Let's talk Choropleth maps. Now these are maps that usually use to visually represent values within your data via the use of different colours. This usually works best using polygonal data, but it's not limited to it. So for example, if I take a deeper look at one of my layers by clicking on the layer icon on the left-hand side to open up the Layers menu, then I can click on the three dots beside the layer I want to find more information about. This will allow me to select from a variety of more options. The one I'm interested in this time is Show Table. From here I can see that this layer contains information regarding cities across the whole globe, whereby each row represents one of these cities. By scrolling over to the right, I can see that a population field is available. So I know I have the population value of each city. If we scroll down to see how this value changes according to each city, we can see that, as expected, each value is different. This is therefore a great use case for Choropleth maps, where high populations can be represented using one side of the colour gradient, and lower population values can be represented using the other side of the same colour gradient. Okay, let's close this table for now. We can do this by clicking on the X icon in the upper right-hand corner of the table. Now we can navigate back to the layer and click on it. This should open up a menu on the right-hand side of the screen. If this doesn't display the Properties menu, simply click on the Properties icon at the top of the tabs available on the right-hand side. Now let's click on the Edit Layer Style to choose a different layer style. From here we can choose which field we'd like to display information about. So let's click on Plus Field and find whichever field contains values that you'd like to display. In my case, I'm going to click on Population and then click on Add. Once that's done loading, a whole host of layer styles will be made available. The one that we're interested in right now is Counts and Amounts, Colour. The Theme drop-down menu lets you change how the data is displayed. This includes but is not limited to high to low, above a specified value, or below a specified value. The key displayed on the left-hand side of the screen shows us how the colour of the point changes as the population value changes, whereby in this case, a darker blue represents higher population numbers, as compared to the very light blue that represents much lower population values. It's also worth noting that if you navigate to Style options over on the right-hand side and click through, you can change things such as what the colour gradient uses. I recommend playing with these to find what works best for you. Finally, just to give you an opportunity to see what this could look like using a polygon feature class, which is what Choropleth maps traditionally use, I've added in a layer called ACS Population Variable Boundaries, which can be found via the Living Atlas. Toggling the visibility shows these population polygons in action, which makes for a much more visually pleasing and exciting map. Well done! You're now on your way to becoming a seasoned Choropleth veteran.